Oscar Sudi, a man that surprised the country yesterday with his empowerment program donations that amounted to over 145 million Kenyan shillings. Rigathi Gachagua, on the other hand, started and began his tour in the Kamba region together with Kalonzo Musyoka, traversing the Kambaland. Now, Rigathi Gachagua's tour in the Kamba region and in the Mombasa region was supposed to be the talk of the day yesterday, but Oscar Sudi stole the whole show. But it seems a day later the coins have been flipped as Rigathi Gachagua has taken the country by storm. On the other side, we turn to ask ourselves questions in regards to Oscar Sudi's yesterday's donation and the empowerment program that costed him about 145 million. Now, sincerely speaking, yearly, according to the Constitution of Kenya and according to the budget allocations through the CDF, the constituency funding, development fund, every constituency in the country gets about 150 million to 200 million yearly. Now, this money is meant for development in different constituencies all over the country. Now, 150 million is a lot of money. And that is why, according to the budget of the Republic of Kenya, this money is meant to serve the constituency for 1 year. But Oscar Sudi yesterday surprised everybody with the donations and everything that happened, amounting to over 145 million Kenyan shillings that he spent on the development program yesterday. Now the question is, where does Oscar Sudi get this amount of money? Something that has raised up questions and led to digging up of Oscar Sudi's involvement with shady dealings. And one Maverick, Aoko, has gone ahead to expose how Oscar Sudi has been making his money. And to begin with, I will begin with where Aoko began his statement today morning with a revelation in regards to Oscar Sudi. Now, this is where it all began. I want you to listen and listen very careful so that we will get to crack this case open. Now, Aoko began the whole story today morning by saying this. Wale walipewa 145 million CDF paraphernalia by Sudi. None of you has a phone and buttons. Sudi and I used to talk until he called me about tweet on Ruto's bro. 2 days later, I was arrested. So I know he's a goon. Can't stand his but let's be factual. Was this a scam? That is the question Aoko asked. And she went ahead by saying this. My sources say Sudi ameosha watu some huge gold money. Ruto gave him a drupas through the Sudan UAE deal. Alikuwa anaosha hiyo pesa na that Kapseret Renaissance event ya 145 million. Nimejihurumia na Kenya, no wonder he called Bandi, the CS of Treasury. Now, what Aoko is trying to sell to us is that Oscar Sudi is involved in some of the most heinous and scandalous gold dealings and gold scams in the country, where he has been involved directly with smuggling gold using the name of President William Ruto and using the government. Remember, William Ruto has been accused several times by his former deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, for being involved in gold smuggling with the Sudan general, the leader of RSF, that is General Hemedi. Now, Aoko claims that the event that was done yesterday by Oscar Sudi, the empowerment program, where he went ahead to donate about 145 million to his people as an empowerment project. That was a move of Sudi trying to clean the dirty money that he has acquired through the gold smuggling in the country. Now going ahead, Aoko tells us, tulieni, details mtapata unless I'm not Aoko. Sibadi alipewa kati ya Ruto apeleke Karen, ya Raila apeleke Karen. Utasikia that Opoda Masquerade, who has been yapping about CDF, questioning where an MP got 145 million for a single event. He is secretly relocated to State House guest wing. Yeah, that's Aoko for you. Anatuambia Raila Amolo Odinga has relocated to State House guest wing. Now listen, she also went ahead to post a screenshot of a certain story that was publicized on June 7th, 2025 by one of the Kenyan dailies through their website. And the title is Kenya Rwanda listed as gold smuggling hubs in latest global report. Now, many have asked the question, why is the President of the Republic of Kenya, President William Ruto, a man who has faced a lot of questions for being involved in the Sudan war, or let me say funding the Sudan militia, RSF under General Emedi? Why is he a man that is the leader of the East African community? Not why isn't he withdrawing or trying to defend himself on this matter, which has been rampant and the claims have been wild every day, amounting to more accusations and more accusations. Recently, we all saw that even the UN itself called out President William Ruto for funding or, weaponizing the RSF to fight the Sudanese army. Are we together? But the president remains quiet in regards to this matter, and he does not defend himself, nor does his people go ahead to defend him. Reason being, lisemwalo lipo na kaa lipo li jiani laja. Yes, that is what this all means. The gold that is being smuggled out of Sudan is so much, and the amount of money that is being made by the government officials under William Ruto, who are directly involved in these scandals, they make huge amount of money, and that is why some of them don't care about whatever happens to the people of the Republic of Kenya. Reason being, they are getting their share, it's huge, they are making money, and this money can be money that can go ahead to sustain about 5 or 3 of their generations. Even if they lose their political seats or their political positions in the next general elections, they don't care. Are we together? Because they have made enough for themselves. You remember last year during the Gen Z demonstrations when one Alice Ng'ang'a, the member of parliament of Thika Town, was questioned on about her wealth. She went ahead to tell the people of the Republic of Kenya that, you know what, hata mkiniondoa kwa kiti kama MP, mimi nishatengeneza pesa yangu ya kutosha na ya generations zangu kadhaa, so you can go the hell and do what you want. So Aoko is trying to reveal to us that this money that is being given by William Ruto's friends as a form of empowerment, it's money made out of blood money. Out of gold that is being smuggled out of Sudan. Mkarabati, one thing that makes me even sit back and say that, you know what, if he makes those illegal dealings and makes these huge chunks of money, and he comes back and shares this money with his constituents, weenda iba huko nje, tuletee sisi kama watu wako tukule. The problem with other leaders in comparison to Oscar Sudi is that they make billions and billions, even trillions of money, yet they are so mean with giving back to the community. But for Oscar Sudi, donating 145 million Kenyan shillings, that's not a joke. Now imagine, these people are making this huge amount of money and they are donating it. And yet, on the other hand, Rigathi Gachagua is doing his countrywide tour with Kalonzo Musyoka, and you hear one Silvanus Osoro questioning telling the government or the investigative bodies in the country that they should start investigating Gachagua on how he made his money that he is using to campaign. Tuwaulize, where do you make these millions and millions of money that you donate every day? The CDF fund is 150 million. Hawa watu who donate about about 10 million every week. So ukiwahesabia in a month they donate about even 100 million or to say less 50 million. Where do they get this amount of money? Yet wanatuambia the treasury is empty, they have to add taxes to certain things in the country so that the economy can continue running well. Hizi pesa wanaiba na hizi dealings wanafanya shady dealings. Why shouldn't they use that money to fund the economy of the republic instead of going ahead to borrow money from the IMF and other international institutions so that they can continue funding the economy of the Republic of Kenya? Because I dare tell you, the amount of money, if what I have read and the dossiers have read, the amount of money that government officials leaked to the gold scam in the Sudan, with the Sudanese militia, the amount of money they are making, it's in trillions. So the question is, are they making this money and hiding it outside the country instead of investing in the country that they lead? Si wakuje waweke nini maendeleo katika nchi ambao wanaongoza instead of hiding the money in Cayman Island and other places all over the world. Wadau, ni hayo kwa sasa. Tunaendelea kukupasha na kukujulisha juu ya matukio tofauti katika nyanja za siasa hapa